Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. So for today's video, we are doing a closet makeover and organization in the girls' room. As many of you guys know, or if you're new, the youngest two girls currently share a room. It's mainly Harlow's room, the 2-year-old. Scarlett is still closely being with us and she is only 6 months old, but as you can see, they have a lot of stuff in their closet, mainly clothes, and there's actually a lot of dead space in their closet. I feel like we're just not utilizing that closet space at all. The room is the perfect size, it's the closet that needs some work. So we are putting a whole new system into their closet, and you guys, if you see that brown shelf in there, we attempted to do one before, but Brittany didn't measure. Brittany never measures, and I got the wrong size for their closet. So you can see I'm taking out everything out of their closet. I left the wire shelf and the brown shelf for Frank to take out with a screwdriver, but I made sure to go ahead and take everything out, and we actually decided to take the doors off the closet to open the space. We haven't put them back on yet. We want to get your guys' input, so wait until the end to see the final result. But it was easier just to go ahead and take the doors off while we are installing the closet and kind of get that out of the way. So the next step to the closet makeover was to go ahead and remove the wire shelf, and of course, if you're removing any kind of shelving previously in a closet, there's going to be holes and nails. So what we ended up doing was patching up those nails with some putty. We had to sand them off as well to make it even, and then we eventually painted over it as well. So the closet system that we'll be using for the girls' room is by Modular Closets. It's not sponsored at all, but they did send it to us to review on our main channel, so we do talk about it more on there. So we did have to put everything together, but it was really awesome because the designer from Modular Closet was able to build this design for us, so we just had to pretty much put it together. The only downside, and you guys will see later in this video, was that their closet systems come in 6-foot increments, and the girls' closet was a little bit shorter than that, so we did have to end up trimming up some pieces, but I'll talk about that later in the video. So what's really awesome about the closet design that we went with Modular Closets is that the middle section is shelving, and we do have 2 drawers, and then on each side will be the hanging racks for the clothes, and they kind of are stacked on top of each other, if that makes sense. So before, we just had the wire shelf across, and that's like the only space that we had to hang clothes. So now we'll be able to break that up a little bit and use some of that dead space that we had at the bottom and be able to hang up their clothes without them being really crowded. So this is when we ran into a little bit of an issue. Like I mentioned before, their closets come in 6 feet sections, and their closet was a little bit smaller, and they even told us that we might have to trim it down, which was totally fine with us since we can use a saw and be able to trim that closet down. So what Frank ended up having to do was, well, first finding studs to secure the closets onto the wall, but he had to use the outer closets first, or the racks first, before he could put in the middle section like we previously thought, to get a good fit in there and to make sure that it was even. So we were struggling a little bit with that, but eventually, after measuring and leveling, as you can see, to make sure that it's completely level on the top, Frank was finally able to secure it on the wall. But looking back on this footage, I can definitely tell that he's getting a little frustrated, but we were able to, or I should say he was able to. He's the master behind all the measuring and sawing and leveling. So pretty much anytime Frank is building something, as soon as he's done, he's like, Brittany, you got this. You got the rest of it. So usually the decorating and the cleaning and everything, that's my part. That's my part of the installation. So I usually just kind of swoop in and clean things up and organize and decorate, which I am perfectly fine with. It's called balance. And I'm just adding some bins that I found from Target and kind of just putting everything back in the closet. So the blankets on the shelves, the girls' clothes, which you can see there's so much more space. I mean, they do have a lot of clothes, I have to be honest, but it's not as crowded as it was before, and I can definitely add more clothes if I want to. And I'm just putting the sheets away in the bins. You guys hear Harlow in the back. And also all the shoes that I have saved from Harlow to give to Scarlett. And then I just finish organizing the rest of the closet. So this is the end result of their closet. I am absolute love with it. I feel like there's so much more space. I can even add more bins in here if I wanted to. Leave in the comments down below if we should keep the doors off, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you, or we'll see you in our next one. Bye guys.